Oh, hello there. You were looking at a pedal called the Slate from Neunaber Technology. You probably know them the most from their wet Reverb, which is a mono or stereo pedal that a lot of people are a fan of because it sounds really good and is really good for, well, reverb, wet reverb. It sounds good. Neunaber makes a few other pedals as well. They make a chorus called the Chroma, and they make a delay called the Echelon, I believe. And they might make another one, I don't know, as well as the mono and stereo wet reverbs. But with all their stereo pedals, they actually have had for a while, maybe always had, a piece of software you could get for free with them called a pedal customizer that would let you change any one of their stereo pedals to any of their other ones. So if you owned a stereo wet reverb, for example, you could plug it into their software with the USB cable that they give you, and you could change that into the chorus or the delay pedal, just kind of whenever you wanted to. As long as you had your computer and whatever, then you could plug it in. It takes, I don't know, maybe 10 seconds, 20 seconds, something like that to actually update the software, and then it's a completely different pedal. So it was like buying more than one pedal altogether. You could kind of buy all of their stuff with buying one of their things, and they took that a step further with the Slate, and they gave you kind of a blank canvas to write on. And so there's no labels on any of the knobs, and there is no label on the pedal itself. It's just a blank surface, and the surface is done in such a way that they'll give you like a silver Sharpie, and you can basically write whatever you want on there. So you can remember what pedal that you have it set to currently. You can name it something goofy, whatever you want to do. And as you can see, I've chosen the latter since mine is a reverb pedal currently, and this is what it sounds like to me. So mine's called Heavenly Rejoicing because I think that's awesome and funny. And then you can actually just erase that Sharpie with just some rubbing alcohol, just on a cloth or cotton ball or whatever you want to do. And it comes off and you can rewrite it. So it's a cool little way to get access to all of their great pedals and also give a little of your own flair to it and customize it by naming it or drawing on it or whatever you want to do. So you could write on it with any kind of Sharpie and make it as loud or crazy looking as you wanted to make it look, and there you go. I'll probably demo the pedal customizer software also at some point just to show you what that looks like in practice to use it, but it's super easy to use and lets you choose between a lot of different patches that they have added to their pedals, and they keep adding to, actually. It's a really cool system that they've come up with. So we'll look at that at some point. But for right now, I have this one set to one of their patches for their reverb pedal was a Shimmer reverb pedal. And so this is the mix of the reverb and the length of time that the reverb goes, just kind of their standard. But this middle knob controls the Shimmer. And they added that to it because it didn't have that in the original wet reverb pedal that they had. But what I've done is actually try out a second version of the Shimmer that they have that lets you tune the Shimmer with this center knob. So off is all the way off and on is all the way on. But in between, you can kind of get some atonal, interesting Shimmer sounds. And so I wanted to give that a try. So I loaded that up this morning on the pedal with the software there, and I'll show you what that sounds like real quick. Nash T57 into a Morgan RCA 35. Not that it really matters that or clean sounds or anything like that, but this is what those sound like. And here is just no Shimmer. Just their lush reverb sound that we all, well, maybe not we all, but that I definitely know and love. And then as you come up here, it'll start adding some of that Shimmer in, but it kind of changes based on where the knob is, I've found. If that doesn't sound like Heavenly Rejoicing, I don't know what does. We'll come up here a little bit just to, this is as much for me as anyone, see what these atonal things sound like. Whereas, you know, you could think that, hey, Shimmer might be a little bit overused at this point, but this is kind of an interesting way to get some different potential results out of it. Let's max it out. So definitely pretty cool. And like I say, the main point of the Slate, since all of their stereo pedals can become any of their other ones, was just to give you a little bit of extra customization and let you make the pedal a little bit more your own, which I really liked, obviously enough to get one for myself, and which I use a lot and am very happy with. So there you go, Neunaber Technology Slate Stereo Effect Pedal. Check out their website below. Definitely recommend it if you like any of their pedals, since one can become any of the others, and then you can, it's always fun to add an extra flair or whatever you want to add for your own self. So definitely check that out. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like to spend 5 minutes with some more gear, or if you're curious about the pedal customizer software that'll be coming pretty soon in another video. And that's all I have to say. So bye-bye.